Alright, so this has got to be the widest box that we have ever got to unbox in the studio ever, because right inside here it is the Samsung Odyssey NEO G9 49-inch gaming monitor. So let's find out what's inside the box, assemble it, power it on, and find out what it is all about. Alright, let's just cut off the tape right now. Open sesame. And here we go. Alright, first thing that we see here, installation guide. Interesting. We probably don't need this, alright? So let's just put it away. We've got a power cord, HDMI. No, this is a USB 3.0 cable, more paperwork, and a display port cable, alright? Let's take out the first thing ever. Of course, this is not the first thing. It is the monitor stand, pretty white. And we have some clips and holders right over here. Alright, this is an interesting thing. And apparently we have some plastic cover here. This should be attached to the back of the monitor, if I'm not mistaken. And we have the monitor stand right over here. It's a pretty hefty one. Looks really nice here, right? So you get this white stand. It is an adjustable stand, by the way, which is interesting. We've got two screws. And let's take out the first styrofoam case out of the box now, right? So we actually have one more thing right over here. It is actually in this plastic wrapping. Now we have this really big white cover here, which I assume is to cover the ports of the back of the monitor. And finally, we are getting this. Oh, this is big. I have no idea how am I going to take this out myself. I hope I don't drop it, you know. Okay, we are getting this out right now. Apparently, Belle is helping me. And yep. Oh, 49 inches of awesomeness. There you go. This is a really heavy monitor. Oh my god. This is like a super crazy ultra wide monitor that we've got here. Let me just, and we are done. So yeah, this is the Samsung Odyssey NEO G9 monitor. We're gonna assemble it and power it up. Watch me do it. Alright, so it looks like we actually unboxed it the wrong way, because apparently we gotta do some assembly while this monitor is inside the box. But no matter, we already took it out of the box and we are gonna just skip some steps here. So I assume that the first thing that we are gonna do right now is to assemble the stand of the monitor, just like any other monitors out there, right? So here's the stand, here's the base of the monitor, and we're gonna put the stand on top, and we've got these two screws that should be securing the stand of the monitor. So let's just do it right now. Easy peasy. And apparently there's already a screw at the bottom here for you to tighten the stand, which is actually pretty cool. Alright, easy does it. The stand is now up. That's a pretty simple assembly, right? Now, let's check out the manual again and find out what's next. And apparently, you can't assemble this monitor alone, because look at the back of this guide here. There's two people right over here assembling the monitor. So yeah, you can't do this alone, guys. So apparently the second thing that we need to do after assembling the stand is to fix the stand to the back of the monitor. Of course, that's pretty straightforward, right? So let's just do it. So we're just going to clip it really securely. So notice that there's actually 4 screws right at the back here where you need to tighten. So we already have a screwdriver here. Just going to try to tighten it up. Go. Let's hope everything works. Oh my god, this is like super white. Oh man, I could do this on my own. You don't need 2 people to assemble the monitor. Okay, so there's these 2 plastic rings here, which is supposed to go to the back of the monitor, kind of like to hide away the ugly part of the screws on the back here. Let's try to do it now. Okay, so there we go. Just going to tighten it. Yep, I'm just going to turn it clockwise. and clips nicely. Right, we're just gonna turn it and tightens it nicely just like this. And last but not least, we are going to connect cables to the back of the monitor here, right? So the stand is now pretty steady already. It's all good. So we're just going to insert the power cord right now at the bottom. So it uses the standard PC power cord that we have been seeing quite a while now on monitors and power supply units. So we're just going to insert it right away. Oh, but before that, there's actually a cable management feature here. So all you need to do is to just take up this white casing here. So you can actually loop over the cable just like this, which is pretty neat. I'm just going to loop this around here and plug it in. Right, make sure it goes in here and to this little gap right over here that hides the cables well. And finally, we are going to insert the DisplayPort cable. This is a really long DisplayPort cable, as you guys can see. I think it's about 1.5 or 2 meters, if I'm not mistaken. So the DisplayPort is actually located right at the bottom here, which, to be honest, in terms of monitors, is not my favorite location, but for a one-time setup, I guess that's not too much of an issue here. So at the bottom, you actually get 2 HDMI ports, a DisplayPort, and a USB downstream port and an upstream USB 3.0 port, as well as it is used for service. You do also get a headphone jack as well, so you can actually plug in your headphones or connect a speaker to this port if you want to. So let's just connect the DisplayPort right now. Easy, goes in this way, and we're just going to loop it over as well to this little gap here for cable management. And finally, we are just going to connect the USB B 3.0 cable right over here. Loop it over the same way. And once we are done with all these cables, we're just going to put back the casing here. It's a really nice white casing. And easy does it. Hides the cables really well. Look at this. This is really nice cable management. And you do also get a headphone stand right at the back of the monitor, which is actually quite convenient in my opinion. And I really like this thing. Now I just realized that you can't just cover the back by just simply forcing on it, because the cables will actually need to go through a gap right at the middle here. So I have to take out this monitor stand cover again, take out all the cables. I'm going to do a little bit of wire arrangement here so that the back cover can be closed properly. All right, so let's do it right now. So we have all the cables connected right now. I'm just going to try to direct it to the middle of the gap right over here. And we should be able to close the back cover pretty easily right now, all right? Easy peasy, goes in all the clips here. All right, they're all good. Now look at all these cables. They are all coming up right here at this small little gap right over here. And we're just going to direct all the cables to this gap right here again. Slide in the monitor stand case, and we're pretty much done. Yay! Whoa, this looks way better than what I've originally imagined. Look at this display here. It looks great. I mean, it's way better than what I've imagined about ultra-wide monitors, because of this curvature here really kind of wraps you into the entire display experience here. So this monitor here has a 5120 by 1440 pixel resolution running at 240 Hz at its maximum refresh rate. So it is a quantum mini LED panel, so you're going to expect really good colors, as you can see right over here. The blues are actually very vibrant. So what I'm going to do now is to show you some of the features of the Samsung Odyssey G9. So there are actually a couple of buttons right at the bottom here. If you notice that there are actually 3 dots here, which is quite discreet, so you got to just take a look at it. So if I press on this this left button here, it actually goes to the game setting 1, and I can actually select this buttons by just using the joystick right over here. There's actually a joystick right at the bottom, so I'm just going to press cancel. If I press on the middle button, it goes to game setting 2, and finally the right button, and that is actually to kind of power off the entire monitor. That's game setting tree cancel, right? So I'm back to my display right now, okay? And here's how you can access the menu of the monitor. So you just simply press once on the joystick right at the bottom, and you can just select just like how you do on a typical joystick here. So you can go into the menu. Look at this super cool menu here. It shows you some status here. It is now running at 240 Hz. It has adaptive sync turned on. And by the way, this is actually a G-Sync monitor, by the way. So these are some of the settings that you can do, which I wouldn't go through all of it right now because I'm going to leave that to the full review of the monitor, right? So let's just run some games and see how well it actually looks like on this huge 49-inch display. Alright, so I'm gonna play a round of Doom Eternal, and I gotta say that I suck in this game despite making it this far, so we're just gonna see how well the gameplay really is, alright? So, okay, so I'm just gonna start killing some monsters so you guys can see how the visual quality really is. To be honest, the gameplay is actually pretty immersive, as you can see right now. Yep, I suck at the game, but you get the point here. It actually looks really great on Doom Eternal, playing on the 32:9 aspect ratio here. Alright, so there you have it. It's pretty crappy gameplay that I have here. My gaming skills are apparently not the best, but you get the point here. It's actually a pretty good experience that I'm having on the Samsung Odyssey G9. So let's find out how well it works for movies, shall we? Okay, I'm just gonna try a 21:9 8K video and see how well it looks like. So we are running on 4K right now. Let's just bump it up to 8K and let's just go to full screen. Alright, so apparently it doesn't go to the maximum one because this is 21:9. So we are going to try out a 32:9 one, which we have right over here. Super wide 32:9 time-lapse in 8K HDR. Let's set it, bump it up to 8K. There's no 8K unfortunately. I'm not sure why, but let's just take a look at it. Whoa, just look at how nice it is to watch a movie on the Odyssey G9. It actually looks pretty amazing on this 49-inch display. And look at the colors and the contrast that the Quantum Mini LED display shows. The dynamic range is actually pretty impressive here that I'm looking now. So yeah, I guess this is going to be something that I'm going to enjoy for the next couple of weeks and give you guys a full review of what I think about the Samsung Odyssey G9. So that's it for unboxing and first impressions of the Samsung Odyssey NEO G9 49-inch gaming monitor. It's going to be a really interesting monitor to game on and to work on for the next couple of weeks, as I'm going to daily drive it as my monitor and report back in the next couple of weeks. So definitely stay tuned for that on the channel, subscribe to us, and be sure to give us a thumbs up if you love what you saw, and I will see you guys in our next video.